the modern. Torah shebichtav, Torah sheba'al peh. It's a paradigm. You want to do Torah? It's got to have both. It's got to have where we come from. It's got to be where we are now. You know, if you go to a museum and there's some big blue square, you're like, what? Pretty blue thing. And the next to it, there's a little sign that says Picasso, blue square. Oh, it says blue period. Right, it makes sense. So in some way, the Torah could be art in its most significant, beneficent sense, but it's ancient, it's odd, it's out of our context in a way, out of their context. And the Mevinim come to say, let me tell you what it's about. Here's the subtext. Here's the context. Here's how this might be interpreted to your life. Politically, personally, socially. Interpretation. Translation, which is never neutral. It's always loaded with some kind of meaning. So Ezra introduces location, transmission, translation. Not just text. How do you make the ancient speak to today? How do you take a concept such as Shabbat and speak to the 21st century notion of unplugging and technology and using Shabbat as a real tool for sacredness? How do you take complicated things like the way there's so many wars in the Torah about Jew and non-Jew and warfare, and how do you translate that notion to ethical, moral living that we can teach today and live with? Sometimes you take it as is, sometimes you wrestle with it. But basically, the Mevin's job is to translate the text in a way that can be meaningful to our lives. That's true for anyone who's translating the Tao or Italian opera or anything at all. How do you translate the past into usable present? I'll do the last two, and then we can pause.